Hello everyone, and welcome to the Friday Fenix, the only news show in the world, except for all the other ones. I'm your host, Andrea Bridges-Smith. On today's episode, Sonic the Hedgehog does the nasty, Felicia Rashad reconsiders talking, and the U.S. sneaks out of Afghanistan. This is the Friday Fenix. This week, Donald Trump announced that he's filing class action lawsuits against Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter for suspending his accounts in the wake of the Capitol riot. One wonders why Trump doesn't just forget about those platforms and direct his pent-up social media energy toward the new conservative-led social media platform, Getter, whose slogan is, "Getter, I hardly know her," which coincidentally is also Donald Trump's personal slogan. It may be because almost as soon as Getter launched, the site was overrun by sexually explicit images of Sonic the Hedgehog, a sentence I desperately wish I was making up. The lawsuits against the social media giants are expected to go absolutely nowhere, but it does give Trump an excuse to start fundraising again, which he did within an hour of his announcement. So if you love giving your hard-earned money to someone who will absolutely waste it, there's some good news for you. Also this week, Bill Cosby died a very slow and very painful death. Then, a flock of seagulls who were suffering from avian diarrhea flew overhead and simultaneously shit their brown, liquidy fish juice all over him. Oh, I'm sorry, my producer is telling me that that's actually a page from my dream journal, not the actual news. Let's see here. Yes, here it is. Bill Cosby got out of jail and Felicia Rashad was like, yay! And everybody was like, bye, Felicia. And Howard University was like, young lady, what did you just say? And then Felicia Rashad was like, JK, that's not what I meant. And then Howard University was like, that's right, now go sit in a corner and think about what you did. And then Bill Cosby was like, let the woman express herself. Hashtag free speech. To which Felicia Rashad was like, you know what, Bill, I think we're good. Maybe let's just not. Now let's go to the weather. It's another hot one as the eye of Sauron turns westward, causing temperatures to climb dangerously high once again, which climate scientists are calling the exact fucking thing we've been warning you about for fucking decades, you dumbass motherfuckers. In international news this week, an Irish goodbye happened in Afghanistan. At Afghanistan's Bagram airfield, it was time for U.S. troops to get the fuck out of Dodge after 2 decades there. So they did what anyone would do during a historic transfer of power. They had a press conference, read some stuff about unity and peace off a teleprompter, and waved some flags, like you do. Just kidding. What they actually did was turn off the lights and slip out the back without telling anyone. So, if you ever decide to invade another country, and I think we'd all love to, just remember you start out by going big, and then 20 years later you just very quietly go home. And speaking of wanting to go home, a surprising new poll conducted by Monster.com this week said that a whopping 95% of workers are considering quitting their jobs, with most citing burnout as the reason. Employers have heard the message loud and clear and have added a second ping pong table to the break room. However, all employees are still required to answer work emails while they poop. Stay tuned for more updates on how that new ping pong table is working out. That wraps up this week's episode of the Friday Fenix. Join us next week because if there's one thing we can guarantee, there's always more news to peruse.